Hi everyone, welcome back to Database Solution. I hope you are doing very well. In this video, I am going to explain how we can implement slowly changing dimension type 2 or SCD type 2 in Snowflake. And in this time, we will use stream procedure task to implement SCD type 2. And if you remember, in previous session, we discussed what is SCD and how we implement SCD type 1. So in today's video, let's take it to the next level and understand SCD type 2, where we actually maintain the history of our records. So first of all, understand what is SCD type 2 means. In SCD type 2, we maintain complete history of all changes made to the record over time. So let us suppose we have a initially source table with records product ID, these record, and same is inserted into target table or destination table with two additional column, effective date and expiry date. Effective date inserted when this record is active and expiry date filled when this record is inactive. Okay, so let us suppose day 1 this is record, and in next day we receive an update. Price changes from 1200 to 1250 for product ID 201. And here you can see we maintain previous record, old record, and expired here old record with expiry date when record is expired or inactive, and new version of record here inserted. We maintain here 1200 as a old record and new record as a 1250 for product ID 201 in target table. And if also let us suppose new incoming record is coming on same day 202, and we also insert in same day new record as well in our destination table. Okay, so basically SCD type 2 help us to maintain a full audit trail. We know what changes, when it changes, and what the old value was. Okay, so that's how we can easily identify the current record where expiry date is null and still maintain historical record using expiry date and effective date combination. Okay, now let's move on to a Snowflake demo to implement SCD type 2. Okay, here I am using free trial Snowflake account, and this is my Snowflake web UI. Okay, so I am creating here SCD type 2 from scratch. So let us create here database first. So we need to write here create, or you can write here replace if already database exists, database and database name. Let's suppose here product. I'm using here product records, so I'm typing here product type 2, or right here product SCD 2. Okay, simply execute this one. If you refresh, you can see here product SCD type 2 is created here fresh. Okay, now let us create two schema in this database product SCD type 2, one for sources and one for target table. Okay, so I am giving name as staging schema. Let me control enter or command enter to execute. And second is I am giving name as target schema. So you can see here, if you refresh this, you can see here staging and target schema created in this database product underscore SCD 2. Okay, now let us create here table for our demo purpose. So let me copy this and paste here. Here I am creating table product in staging table, staging schema, and these are the structure of our table. Simple table, product ID, product name, category, price, and supplier. These are the data type of this column. Okay, so let me execute. Here table product successfully created in staging. So if you go to here, and you can see here product table is created. Now let us create destination table in target schema. So let me copy to save time. I already created a structure of table in our text notebook. So you can write here create table in target schema. So we write here target dot product underscore SCD. Let me write here SCD type 2, and we use here product ID, product name, category, price, and supplied, and two additional column. effective date time and expiry date time. Okay, effective date time when the record is inserted, and expiry date time is null for active record and fill when the record become inactive. Okay, so these are the two additional column in target table. So let me highlight this and click here to execute this statement, and you can see here product SCD2 successfully created. And if you go to here target, go to here, and you can see here this table is created. Okay, now click here to expand here some space. Okay, now in Snowflake I am going to create two streams on the same stage table, because when we consume a stream it's get truncated, and but in SCD type 2 we need both expire old record and insert new version of record. So we can use one stream for update handling and one for inserting new records. So both stream will take changes on the staging table. So to create stream in staging, simply write here create stream staging dot our stream name. Let's write here stream stg, right here prod means product for update. Okay, on table, which table do you want to create? Simply write here, copy this and paste here and highlight this and execute from here. Okay, so stream is successfully created. Okay, if you refresh this, you can see here stream, and here is the stream name. Okay, now let's create another stream on same table, stream, and let me copy this and paste here, and I am going to, instead of update, I am going to name it insert. This stream is used for incoming record on table, same table. I am going to create here, copy this and paste here. This is our database name, staging schema, and this is our table name. So fully qualified table here. If you copy from here, it's copy fully qualified table. Okay, so highlight this and execute, and you can see here second stream is also created here, one for insert, one for update. Two stream is created in staging schema. Now I am going to create here store procedure to implement our SCD type 2 logic. So let me create here store procedure, create, or you can write here or replace procedure, then procedure name. I'm going to use here proc, then product, and write here SCD type 2. Okay, and then use here returns as a varchar. Okay, and language I'm choosing here SQL, which is this is called Snowflake scripting. Okay, so execute as a caller. You can also write here execute as a owner. As you can write here declare. I'm going to define here one variable called current ts. This is store current timestamp. So let me first define here data type and timestamp. Okay, and then let me begin here our store procedure. So let me first define here value of this variable. So let me use here colon and equal to assign here this variable. This variable is used to use constant timestamp on all value. Okay, so let me use here current timestamp. This is built-in function of a store procedure, built-in function of a Snowflake. Okay, current ts. Okay, and then let me use here merge statement to implement SCD type 2 logic. Okay, so let me write here merge into, and our target table is here. Copy this and paste here as a t using our one of the staging table. So in merge into I am going to use here incoming record and update handling. Okay, so copy this one stream. Okay, and paste here as a source, and let me use here on t dot product id equal to s dot from staging product id. Okay, you can see a product id in our target table, and I am going to create here stream on this stage. So copy this copying stream on same structure of table. So I am use here product ID, and we also need to use here one more condition, t dot, which is expiry date. So I am going to use here in this merge statement active record, okay, which is, you can write here, is null, okay. And now this condition is matched for active records, right here, when matched. And one more condition from staging, s dot metadata dollar action equal to, this should be delete, okay, and s dot metadata dollar is update equal to true. Then right here, then I'm going to expire old record. So right here, update statement, update set equal to t dot expiry date column, copy this and paste here, equal to our this variable value, which is current time stamp, okay. And when this condition is, above condition is not matched, this condition expiry date is and product ID is not matched, it means there is new record, okay. So when not matched, then simply write here insert statement. So let me copy and paste here. So I'm going to insert here in our target table product ID, product name. I'm going to use here alias name, t dot product ID, t dot product name, price, supplier, effective date and expiry date. And we use here our stream for update stream, s dot product ID, product name, category, price, supplier and current time stamp, and expiry date is null because this handling our active record, okay. And right here semicolon, we also need to use here semicolon. This is full condition, so we need to use here end of the here semicolon, okay. Now handling, when this expiry date is set to be expired, then we also need to use here current record. So let me copy this, I will write here logic and paste here. And for updated record, I am going to paste into target table. Our target table is here SCD type 2, okay. In this column, product ID, product name, category, price, supplier, effective date time and expiry date time, okay. And I'm going to use here second stream. So let me copy this and paste here, okay. So select product ID, product name, category, price, supplier, current date time, and for our current record here I am going to use here null as expiry date, and we expire here in merge statement old record, okay. So we use here t dot expiry date equal to current date time, we expire here and insert in second condition in store procedure cell, okay. So let me use here comma for this statement termination, and let me write here complete store procedure as a return, write in caps letter, return to maintain our format. By the way, Snowflake is a case insensitive, okay. You can also write in a small letter as well. So right here complete successfully, you can write here, okay. And end of our store procedure beginning statement, okay. So let me create here our store procedure, select this and hit here this run button, okay. We also need to use here comma. Now store procedure SCD type 2 is successfully created, okay. To run this store procedure, we also going to create here task to execute at scheduled time. So simply write here create or replace task and then task name, let's use here task product load SCD type 2, okay. And let me schedule this as a 24 hour. You can also use here cron tab format, but I'm going to use here 24-hour for our demo purpose. And when system has data in stream, so let me add here another condition for our task. Stream has data and write here stream name. So here is the stream name. Copy this and paste here. You can use any stream name. Okay, you can also use this stream name, or you can also use this stream name. So let me use any stream name. Okay, and as call this our store procedure. Our store procedure name is, if you refresh this, you can see here our procedure. Okay, so let me copy this fully qualified store procedure and paste here. Okay, open bracket, close bracket, and let me create here task. Here task is successfully created. Okay, let us also resume this task. Initially this task is suspended state. So if you want to show here task, you can see here, click here, execute, and you can see here task name. Here is the task name. Okay, let me collapse this. Here state is initially suspended, so we need to resume this task. So alter task, and let me write here task name. Copy this, paste here, and this task is created in target schema. You can see here this context of this set is set to be set here product SCD dot target. So if you not write fully qualified name, then it's by default created in this context of this set. So if you refresh this, so you can see here task is created. Okay, so let me copy this, and you can write here resume, and let me execute, and now this task is successfully resumed. So if you check, you can see here state is started. Okay, now let us see our all table. So select star from our staging table. This is our staging table, and this is obviously empty. Okay, also see here our board table. Let's use here select star from our stream. This is also empty. Copy this, select star from, this is our other stream, this is also empty, and our target table. Copy this, select star from this one, this is also empty. Now let us insert some value. So let me quickly copy and paste here into our staging table to verify our logic. Okay, so I'm going to insert some value in this staging dot products table. You can see here, and here I'm going to insert some value. So let me execute, and here we successfully inserted 5 records. So now let us verify in staging table. You can see here 5 record inserted. Okay, and same record should be reflected in stream. Okay, in both stream. Okay, now here is our target table currently empty. We need to execute here this task. Now to verify our logic, let me execute our task. So we need to write here execute, then task, and our task name is here. So let me copy this and paste here, and let me execute this task immediate. Select this and click here to execute. This task is running currently to show. You can see here. Okay, this task is started. Okay, and last time it's committed. Okay, now let us check here our target table. Okay, so let me copy this, and you can see here we inserted successfully these 5 records, and here expiry date is null. It means all record is currently active in first day. Okay, and you can also check here this stream should be consumed. Okay, all 2 streams should be null record. Okay, now let me also update some record and insert new record. So let me first use for one update where price is. I'm going to update in staging our stage table. This is stage table. This is our source table. So I'm going to update here price for product ID 201 price changes from 1200 to 1250. Okay, so let me execute. So let me validate first this statement. Okay, so this should be reflected in our stream before execution of our task. So old record is 1250 and you can see here metadata is inserted and old record is deleted as the property of our stream, and each update is here true, and in second stream this should be same. Okay, and we apply here logic. You can see here in merge statement metadata action is deleted and each update is true, so this condition is certified. Then here this logic is update expired date time column as a current date time stamp. Okay, and this logic is inserted new record. Okay, so let me execute task. So let me execute, and now let's check here our target table. This is our target table, target dot product SCD type 2. So let me check this. You can see here the product ID 201 and we set here expiry date time is this current running time stamp. Okay, and we also insert here new record. Okay, where expiry date time is null. Okay, so we successfully implement our SCD type 2 logic, which is working fine. Now let's insert two more updates for product ID 202 where supply is changes steel case, and product ID for product ID 205 price changes from 450, I think from 40 to 50. Okay, and we also insert new record as a 206. Okay, and these are the new value of product ID 206. So let me select all these statements and execute. All three statements executed successfully, and now let me check. Here is one of the staging table. You can see here 2 record is inserted, 3 record is inserted, one is false for new incoming record. This record 206 and 202 and 205. Here new record is update condition is metadata is true and old one is deleted in our staging and with properties of stream. I think this using here metadata row id itself stream. Okay, so this is the mechanism of stream. And now let me execute our task. Here task is executed immediately, and now let us validate in our staging table. So there is, I think this should be 202 and 205. Here is expired old record, and 202 and 205 added here new value from Akia to steel case, and for 205 for 40 to 50 price. Okay, and we also inserted new record for product ID 206. Okay, so our SCD type 2 logic working fine, and we can easily find here current record using where condition expiry date is equal to null. Okay, once the testing is done, don't forget to suspend our tasks. How to suspend? You can also write here alter task, and our task name is, let me copy from here and suspend it. Otherwise it's keep running and it's continuously consume your Snowflake credit even you are not testing or using Snowflake. Okay, so let me expire, and you can check using show task, and we have only one task, and you can see here now state is suspended. So that's how we can implement SCD type 2 in Snowflake using stream, procedure, task, and merge logic. We maintained here history of all record. We used effective and expiry date for clarity. We automate the logic using stream, procedure, task, merge statement. If you found this session helpful, don't forget to like the video, comment below if you have any question, and subscribe to this channel for more practical Snowflake and Azure video tutorial. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video. Thank you so much.